So we're going to start out with some tuna. Then we're going to add some shallot. Anyone in here dislike shallot? It's basically an onion, but has a little garlicky flavor. It's incredible. And another good tip for onion, did you know that if you eat onion, it burns fat in your body? So if you want to burn fat, just eat raw onion, and you'll get skinny in no time. Did y'all know that about onion? You can do cooked, you could do raw, anything. But yeah, when I learned that, I mean, my husband and I eat onion in every meal just about, and it makes me cry. And by the way, there's no way of getting around crying. So just make people feel sorry for you for cooking. But when I learned that, it made me want to eat onion in my meals even more. It adds flavor, and it just is so healthy for you.
But you don't have to cry when you peel onions or cook with onions.
You don't?
No.
How?
Run cold water over your wrist.
Are you serious?
Yes. Yes.
Ooh.
So you can just put in, as soon as you start, just put it under the
I wish we had a sink in here and an onion.
We got sinks.
I'm going to have to try some of that. There's also, in my tip section of the cookbook, I let you know about certain things, like you told me about onion that I didn't know about. Who in here hates eating raw garlic because you smell like it forever? Amen to that. Let me teach you how you can eat it and not stink, at least in your fingers. If you eat and peel raw garlic and you have your fingers stinking like garlic, if you get a sink of cold water and stainless steel, doesn't matter, it could be a knife, it could be the sink, anything. Run your fingers with stainless steel under cold water, and I swear after a few seconds the garlic smell is gone. You won't smell of garlic. And y'all did know that if you eat garlic and your honey bunny eats garlic, you two can still have a good evening because you both smell of garlic and you don't notice each other smelling it. Did y'all know that?
And you're healthy.
And you're healthy because garlic lowers your cholesterol. Did y'all know that? And it's heart healthy. So I should seriously just eat raw garlic. I mean, I should. What'd you say? Exactly. And again, if you and your husband need it, you're good to go. No one's going to be going like this or anything. So we're going to add some shallot for some flavor. As Dawn said, we did add some black olives. Anyone in here hate them like she does? Although she says she likes them now, kind of. I didn't like them either. So we're going to add some black olives. And let me tell you that this recipe came about because I was starving one night and we had not gone to the store. And I was like, seriously, I have to cook something. I'm so hungry. So I went to my pantry and I was like, okay, I have some tuna in there. I'll do that. We had some olives that needed to be eaten up. Okay, I'll add that. We had some shallots that were going to go bad. Okay, I'll add that. So literally this recipe came about because I was just so hungry. I just threw stuff together and this is what came up. So we have our olives. Tomatoes. These are awesome. Tomatoes fight cancer. Who knew that? You did. Tomatoes are so healthy. They're loaded in vitamin C, which is good, but they have a chemical in them, a good chemical, which fights cancer. So if you ever are worried about cancer, just go eat a tomato. You have onion in one hand, tomato in the other hand. I mean, it's the perfect world. So we're going to add that. You're just going to mix it all up. Now, I really entertained the crowd with this last time. This is parsley. Did you know that parsley is a natural diuretic? It makes you pee. So if you're bloated, if you're on your period, or if you are just not feeling good, or you're just having too much water, just eat parsley. It'll pee right out. And so you'll be skinny in no time. So we're going to add some fresh parsley. But if you don't want fresh parsley, do dry. I don't care. You do whatever is in your pantry. If you want to use dried with this, that is totally fine. But I'll tell you a little tip. For dried spices, they've been locked up in their bottle for so long that if you rub them between your fingers or use a mortar and pestle, it wakes them up. And so that's where the flavor comes in with dried spices. They also last about 6 months. And I didn't know that because mine lasted 8 years and I didn't touch them until later. And there was no flavor. So it took me a while to figure out, oh, there is an expiration date to dried spices. You can also freeze them if you wanted to do that too. Okay, we have our salad. Now we're going to add dressing. Who in here knows that dressing is terrible for you? It has corn syrup, it's got all this other junk in there. love dressing. I hate that you can only use 2 tablespoons. So if you make my dressing, you can eat a little bit more. You're not going to feel guilty. I have homemade ranch, homemade Caesar, homemade honey mustard, homemade vinaigrette in the cookbook, and we're going to use a vinaigrette dressing for the salad today. And if you don't like tuna, this is what's going to make you love it. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this in here. Get it mixed up a little bit so we can add the dressing. Okay, now for the dressing. Rice wine vinegar. I love vinegars. This vinegar is going to be your best friend when it comes to adding flavor to your food without calories. So there's all types of vinegar: balsamic, white vinegar, sherry. But I just love it. I could marry both of those. I love it so much. But for this recipe, if you don't like rice wine, use balsamic. Use whatever you want that makes you happy. That's what I want you to do. So we're going to add some rice wine vinegar. It looks like a lot, but we have a lot of tuna. And this is the mother of all things that you want in your pantry. Extra virgin olive oil. Who knows the health benefits of this? Anyone?
I don't know all of them, but I know it's one of the best things you can use.
It is. It does not clog arteries like vegetable oil. You don't want to do with that. This, you can drink it from the bottle and your arteries are still going to be flowing blood like they're supposed to. It is the best oil. Also, they say it makes your hair pretty and shiny. You can bathe with it and it's good to put on your skin. So this is some good stuff. If you don't want it for cooking, use it for beauty. I don't care. But we're going to add some extra virgin olive oil to the dressing because this is our friend. Dijon mustard. This is another good one. Mayo, you don't want mayo. And usually tuna salads are filled of what? Mayo. And I'll tell you, I don't have mayo anywhere in my cookbook but in the alternative section, because if you want to fatten it up, by all means, you fatten it up. But I don't use mayonnaise. I use Greek yogurt because it's healthier. Or Dijon mustard, which doesn't really have calories. You could drink the bottle and still feel like, oh, wow, I don't need to exercise. I'm doing good today. So we're going to use this, if I can even open it. All right, we'll just do it this way because I'm going to win this battle. We're going to add about a tablespoon. And what this does is it's going to put the oil and the vinegar to where they're all mixes and makes one pretty dressing. So right here, you're not going to gain weight. If you drink this, you'd be fine. And to me, that's my kind of salad dressing. I don't like this 1 tablespoon and dip it in on the side. That's just not me. Okay, lemons. We're going to add some lemon juice. Did y'all know that if you didn't want to use salt on your food, which I don't, did you notice there's no salt on this table? If you didn't want to salt your food, if you use lime juice or lemon juice, it acts as salt on your tongue. And it actually, you could use this to salt your food instead of using actual salt. And this is healthier. So there's you a little citrus tip. And this is a good workout. You get to smash the lemon in here, get all your aggressions out. So, I mean,
That's a neat little gadget. Where did you find that?
I used to sell Tupperware, and I sell Pampered Chef, and they have them in their catalogs. I cannot live without this little thing.
So neat.
If I had money, I'd buy one for all of you because you cannot live without it in your kitchen once you use it.
Here's my address.
What'd you say? All right, after we've mixed the dressing, we're going to pour it all over this tuna. Just makes me so happy. And then, since you want to get the dressing all over, we're going to mix it all up. That way, if y'all hate tuna, this disguises its taste, and you're going to love me because you're going to decide you love tuna. Just like Dawn. She's a good testimony for this. Let's just use the whole thing. I'm going to teach y'all that some dressings are okay to eat in bulk. All right, this is our tuna salad. So this means that after your workout, you could indulge in this. You could eat the whole thing. You're not going to be, you'll be fine. No, you'll add some calories, but it's good calories and it's good protein, and you won't need dinner or breakfast the next morning. So it'll work out. Add a little ground black pepper. Pepper is good. Y'all always want to cook with pepper. All right, there's our tuna salad.